What's up, everybody? It's another day, and that means it's another chance for a win. Today I want to talk about something that happened to me recently that was kind of funny, but brings up an important topic. And that is, what is it about you that makes you stand out? I was driving down the road the other day, and just rainy, nasty weather, central Missouri. I've been talking about this a lot here lately. The weather up here in this part of the state this time of year is really bad. And so I'm driving along down Interstate 70 there. It's probably 30 degrees. It's just nasty weather. It's raining. And, just at that fine line between rain and sleet. And there's a hitchhiker on the side of the road. This guy's standing on the side of I-70. Windy, cold, nasty, rainy weather. Cars and 18-wheelers driving by him, gusts of wind hitting this guy, and I swear you can't even make this up. This guy is sitting there on the side of the road, and he is breakdancing. He's waiting on his ride, waiting on somebody to pick him up, but while he's waiting, he's got headphones on, and he is breaking down some Michael Jackson. In the split second that I drove by, I think I saw a little MC Hammer in there. Little James Brown. I mean, this guy had moves. He was showing off all his moves, and it kind of makes you stop and ponder if you were going to pick up a hitchhiker. Is just sitting there on your bag the best way to get picked up, or is getting out like my man was doing and just breaking it down, full blown Michael Jackson Thriller style? Is that the best way to go? On the one hand, the guy, he seems like he might be quiet. He might not bother you. Or he might be a serial killer. You don't know. On the other hand, this guy is acting like he might be on drugs to be out there dancing in the rain like that. On the other hand, if you got an hour or two to kill in the car, this guy might be a lot of fun to ride with. I don't know the answer. I don't know what your preference in hitchhikers is, or if you even pick them up at all. But the whole point of the story is, this guy surely got my attention. There were not any cars that went by that didn't at least notice this guy. And if I had to wager, I would be willing to bet that he had a better chance of getting picked up than your average hitchhiker, because he was not afraid to put it out there. I mean, you got to stop and think. The guy's on the side of the road. He's wet. He's cold. Number one, just getting up and moving around like that is keeping his blood circulating. It's keeping him warmer than just sitting on his bag, first of all. Second of all, it's getting him noticed for sure. And so, as that pertains to your own life, of course, I'm being a little bit silly here. Don't be afraid to get yourself noticed. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid, to say, hey, look at this great thing I'm doing. Whether it's you're trying to get your foot in the door on a new job, or whether you're trying to get promoted at the current one, whether it's this person you've been wanting to ask out for a long time, you just haven't worked up the nerve to do so, whether it's, we've been thinking about getting out of here and picking up and moving, and, we just haven't pulled the trigger. We just don't have the guts to do it. For whatever reason that's holding you back from taking that next step, you can't be afraid to put yourself out there sometimes, because you only get so many trips around the sun. There's only, this life, it'll pass you by quick. And so don't be afraid to put yourself out there. And I was reminded of that today when I was driving down the road looking at this Dancing Hitchhiker. So hopefully this story made you laugh a little bit. Maybe you've experienced something similar to that. If you have, feel free to hit us up on the website, www.justwintoday.com. Feel free to share your hilarious story with us, or something meaningful, motivational, something that might inspire somebody else. We appreciate all the feedback that we get, and I do appreciate everybody taking the time to stop by and visit with us today. JWT.